Been reading latest news on LinkedIn that apparently working mums during lockdown have been taking the brunt of extra childcare and housework. And although that's sad to hear, it's really not surprising. And it just reminds me of how important it is to remain vigilant and really, I always reflect on these things and think, okay, I'm certainly not going to point the finger at other women. I'm going to actually take action myself. So I was really influenced by reading a book called Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg. And Sheryl talked about her own experience, which really made it very much more powerful for me. And as she says, as women must be more empowered at work, men must be more empowered at home. And that really rang true for me, that I realised that I was certainly guilty of criticising my partner's efforts to support me in the home with children or with other domestic duties. And I reflect on that and think that perhaps that was because I wasn't always feeling empowered at work, and therefore this was my zone. This was where I could feel capable. So in a sense, I was sort of shooting myself in the foot because, as she says in her book, I've seen so many women inadvertently discourage their husbands from doing their share by being too controlling or critical. Social scientists called this maternal gatekeeping, which is a fancy term for, oh my God, that's not the way you do it, just move aside and let me. So it's really, really important that we make it okay for both partners to take on childcare and other domestic duties. You know, they're not the most exciting things to do sometimes, and having a fair share is really important. But what that fair share looks like will depend on your own personal circumstances. And I know that it's not necessarily about it being 50-50, but it is about it being agreed and discussed, and looking at ways to make it work for your family. So yeah, I just wanted to share about that and say that yes, it's really important that we continue to change attitudes, and reflect also on the fact that our children are watching. Our children are aware of how we're handling these situations, and so if we don't tackle them now, they're going to perpetuate the same traditional roles at home when they grow up. So that really gets me thinking, yeah, really, it's not okay just to continue as we were. It's not okay to be to not continue to look at ways to improve the way that I manage responsibilities at home, and the way that I ask for help when it's needed, or agree the best ways to demarcate roles at home. Thanks.